Hello and welcome to Golden Years Nutrition. Let me ask you a very direct question. Are you drinking protein shakes every single morning, hoping to stop muscle loss? If you are, I need you to stop immediately. For years, the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry has sold us a powerful lie that highly processed whey protein is the ultimate solution for sarcopenia, the age-related muscle decline that steals our strength and independence. But a meta-analysis published in the Journal of Gerontology revealed a shocking truth. Because of what we call anabolic resistance in our later years, the rapid absorption of most commercial protein shakes creates a fleeting spike and crash of amino acids. Your muscles get a brief signal to grow, but that signal dies out too fast, making them far less effective than you think. You are not alone if you feel frustrated. You spend your money on expensive powders. You try to follow the advice, yet you still feel weaker, and the simple act of climbing stairs gets harder every year. We've been told our only option is a plastic scoop of powder. But what if the real solution to killing sarcopenia lies in three humble, affordable foods? Foods you can buy at any grocery store that provide a sustained muscle-building signal, a slow burn that is exactly what your aging body truly needs? My name is Frank Taylor, and at 68 years young, I've spent a lot of time thinking about these very questions. Now, I want to be clear, I am not a medical doctor or a geriatrician. My journey over the past decade has been a bit different. I've dedicated my retirement to being a sort of health detective for folks just like us. I spend my days digging into the latest clinical studies, and I want to emphasize that all the research I mention will always be linked in the description below every video, so you can check it for yourself. My goal is to take that complex scientific information and turn it into practical advice that we can actually use in our daily lives. And one of the most surprising truths I've found is this. The key to great senior health nutrition is simplicity. In this video, we're going to uncover three crucial steps. 1. Why the crucial amino acid? Leucine is the difference between strength and weakness in your 70s and 80s. 2. The factual science behind the protein shake failure for older adults. And finally, 3. The only three foods that contain the precise combination of nutrients your body needs to halt and reverse muscle loss. If you're ready to trade that expensive powder for real, affordable muscle gains, click the thumbs up button and let's dive into the science. The problem: anabolic resistance. Now that we've established the challenge and why we need to move beyond simple protein powder marketing, let's dive into the core science of why our muscles start to disappear after 60 and why the conventional advice, just drinking more protein, isn't working. The clinical term for what we're fighting is sarcopenia. The literal translation is poverty of flesh. This isn't just about looking a little frail, it's about losing your strength, your balance, and ultimately your independence. What is happening isn't merely that our body is building less muscle. The core issue is much deeper. It's a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Imagine your muscle cells have ears, and protein is the sound you need to play to tell them, time to grow. When we are younger, those ears are highly sensitive. You only need a quiet whisper of protein to activate the growth signal. But as we age, those ears start to get a little deaf. They require a much louder, more persistent signal to respond. That deafness is anabolic resistance, and this resistance has significant consequences. Data from the National Institute on Aging confirms that after the age of 50, we can lose between 0.5% to 1.5% of our muscle mass per year. If you're over 70, that loss accelerates significantly. Visual graph showing muscle mass decline by decade, highlighting the jump after 70. This rapid muscle decline dramatically increases the risk of falls and injuries. So, how do we send that loud, clear signal that our resistant muscles can actually hear? The signal begins with a critical amino acid called leucine. Leucine is often called the master key to muscle growth. It's the specific nutrient that flips the switch on the mTOR pathway, mammalian target of rapamycin. Think of mTOR as the main control center for muscle protein synthesis, MPS. No leucine, no signal. No signal, no growth. It's that simple. For a younger person, the leucine threshold, the amount needed to trigger MPS, is relatively low. But for us, with anabolic resistance, that threshold is much, much higher. We need about 3 grams of leucine in one sitting just to wake up those deaf muscle cells. Visual diagram comparing low leucine threshold in youth versus high threshold in older adults, showing the need for -3 GI of leucine in one meal for seniors. This is the central point that the protein shake industry overlooks. They focus on total protein grams, but we need to focus on leucine content and, more importantly, the delivery system of that leucine. We need a protein source that is not only rich in leucine, but also sustains its release into the bloodstream for a long time, keeping the mTOR pathway actively switched on. If the signal flashes quickly and disappears, the muscle starts building, stops, and then begins the breakdown process again. We need a consistent, powerful message. So, why do the expensive, concentrated protein shakes fail us exactly? That brings us to the big lie about the quick fix. The big lie of protein shakes. When you look at the nutritional panel of most commercial protein powders, especially the popular whey isolates, they appear perfect. High protein, minimal fat, minimal carbs. They're designed for convenience. But their greatest strength for the manufacturer is also their greatest weakness for us as seniors. The problem is the speed of absorption. Whey protein is designed to be absorbed very quickly. It hits your bloodstream fast, causing a huge rapid spike in amino acids, including that crucial leucine. This is where the spike and crash phenomenon occurs. Visual, animated graph showing a rapid, steep spike and equally rapid drop in blood amino acid levels after consuming a whey shake versus a whole food source. In a young person, that rapid spike is generally fine. Their system is highly efficient. But for an older adult dealing with anabolic resistance, that quick burst is often insufficient to fully overcome the deafness of the muscle cells before the amino acid levels crash again. It's a hit-and-run strategy that provides a powerful but fleeting signal. Muscle protein synthesis, MPS, is triggered, but because the fuel is gone in 90 minutes, the process is aborted prematurely. You are effectively wasting a lot of that expensive protein. Question for the audience. I want you to be honest. If you drink a typical whey shake, do you feel hungry or feel your energy crash within an hour or two? If so, tell me your experience in the comments below. That crash is often a sign that the amino acids have spiked and now disappeared, leaving your body without the sustained fuel it needs for continuous repair. But the speed issue is only half the problem. The other half is the missing nutritional matrix. Protein shakes are highly processed isolates. By isolating the protein, manufacturers strip away the essential cofactors that are naturally present in whole foods, which are absolutely essential for maximizing muscle synthesis and absorption in the senior body. Think of it like this. Leucine is the engine, but you need oil, coolant, and gasoline to run the car smoothly. For an aging body, these cofactors are things like magnesium, B vitamins, and choline. Visual. List of cofactors often missing in isolates. Magnesium, B vitamins. choline. For instance, we know that many seniors are low in magnesium, a mineral critical for over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including muscle contraction and energy production, ATP, within the muscle cells. B vitamins, especially B12, are necessary for energy and nerve function, essential for getting the growth message from the brain to the muscle. Fiber, often removed from the shakes, is the fuel for a healthy gut microbiome, which is fundamentally linked to nutrient absorption and reduced inflammation, a major blocker of muscle growth. When you consume a processed isolate, you get the engine, leucine, but none of the necessary fluids or support systems. This is why we, at Golden Years Nutrition, advocate for a return to science-backed, nutrient-dense whole foods. We need a slower, steadier burn of protein, complete with its natural supporting matrix, to truly defeat sarcopenia. It's time to stop relying on a quick fix designed for 20-year-old bodybuilders and start focusing on the simple, affordable foods that are biologically optimized for those of us over 60. Now, let's reveal the 3 specific foods that crush protein shakes in the fight against muscle loss and how you can use them starting tomorrow. Food number 1. Cottage cheese, the slow burn builder. It's time to stop relying on that quick, expensive burst of whey protein and start focusing on foods that work with your older metabolism, not against it. We need a protein source that provides a slower, steadier burn, a sustained release fuel, and for that, we turn to cottage cheese. I know you might be thinking, cottage cheese, that's old school, and that's exactly why it works so well for us. The why. Cottage cheese is approximately 80% casein protein. Unlike whey, which rushes through your system in 90 minutes, casein coagulates in your stomach and digests slowly, over 4 to 6 hours. This slow drip mechanism of amino acids is what keeps the muscle-building signal, the mTOR pathway, active for a much longer period, allowing your muscle cells to maximize their synthesis efforts, despite anabolic resistance. Visual. Animated graph comparing the sustained lower curve of casein versus the sharp spike and crash of whey. The key benefit. This makes it the single best food to consume 30 minutes before bed. Why? Because your body performs its most critical repairs while you sleep. A study from the British Journal of Nutrition confirmed that consuming slow-digesting protein before bed significantly improves muscle recovery and overnight muscle protein synthesis in older adults. How to? Half a cup of full-fat or Tool cottage cheese mixed with a teaspoon of chia seeds and a sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor and blood sugar control. This is your nightly dose of slow-release muscle fuel. Food number 2, eggs. The bioavailability king. The second food is the most complete, perfect protein source known to man, and it's likely already in your fridge. The humble whole egg. The why. Eggs have a biological value, BV, of 100. This score means that your body can absorb and utilize nearly all the protein in the egg to build human muscle tissue. Most protein powders, while high in grams, have a lower BV because of processing. The secret to the egg's power lies in the yolk. This is where a big myth needs to be permanently busted. You must eat the whole egg. The yolk contains the essential vitamins and healthy fats, like vitamin D, choline, great for brain health, and beneficial fats that are crucial cofactors for maximizing protein absorption and utilization in an older body. The fat in the yolk also slows down digestion just enough to prevent the spike problem we discussed with whey. Leucine power. 2 large eggs deliver roughly 1.4 grams of leucine. Combining them with other foods later, like a bowl of cottage cheese before bed, helps you easily hit that high leucine threshold needed to fight sarcopenia. How to aim for 2 to 3 whole eggs daily. Scramble them, boil them, or poach them. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you are eating the yolk. Eggs are simple, cheap, and biologically optimized for you. Food number 3, lentils and beans, the missing mineral matrix. Our final food isn't just about protein. It's about fixing the nutritional matrix that supports the protein. The third food group we need to embrace is lentils and beans. The why. While they are a great source of plant protein, the true power of legumes for seniors lies in their micronutrient density, specifically magnesium and fiber. Magnesium. Studies show that up to 70% of older adults are deficient in magnesium. Magnesium is crucial for over 300 biochemical reactions, including muscle contraction, energy production, ATP, and aiding the absorption of protein. Without enough magnesium, your muscles literally cannot use the protein you eat efficiently. Lentils and black beans are magnesium powerhouses. Fiber and gut health. As we age, our digestive health often declines. Legumes are loaded with soluble and insoluble fiber, which supports a healthy gut microbiome. A healthy gut is the foundation for efficient nutrient absorption and dramatically reduces chronic low-grade inflammation, a silent killer of muscle tissue. Synergy is key. Lentils and beans are not usually a complete protein on their own, but when combined with a small amount of an animal source, like the cottage cheese or eggs, or even brown rice, they form a complete, slow-digesting, inflammation-fighting superfood. How to? Start small. Replace one meat-based meal a week with a lentil or bean soup. They are extremely versatile and the most affordable muscle-building food on this list. Practical application. Your simple action plan. This isn't just theory. This is a practical 3-part plan that is cheaper and more effective than any commercial protein powder. Here is how you combine these 3 foods to maximize muscle synthesis and truly kill sarcopenia. Fuel your morning. The leucine hit. Start your day with 2 or 3 whole eggs, food number 2. This gives you the highest quality protein and the essential cofactors, choline, vitamin D, for the day ahead. Sustain your day. The fiber boost. For lunch or dinner, make sure you include a generous serving of lentils or beans, food number 3, alongside your main dish. This provides sustained energy, fiber for gut health, and crucial magnesium. Repair while you sleep. The slow burn. 30 minutes before turning off the lights, eat a half cup of cottage cheese. Food number 1. This is non-negotiable. The casein protein will feed your muscles the necessary amino acids for repair throughout the entire night, preventing overnight muscle breakdown. The 7-day challenge. I challenge you. For the next 7 days, replace your processed protein shake with one of these 3 real foods. Just try it and pay attention to how you feel. Notice your energy levels, your clarity of mind, or your joint comfort. This is the difference between surviving and thriving in your golden years. The quick recap. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. So, to quickly recap, we learned that the biggest obstacle to muscle growth after 60 isn't just aging, but anabolic resistance, requiring a higher sustained dose of leucine. We definitively debunked the myth that whey protein shakes are the best solution, showing they often result in a fleeting spike and crash. And we discovered the power of high-quality, slow-releasing protein and cofactors found in foods like cottage cheese, whole eggs, and lentils, all scientifically optimized to fight sarcopenia. Final message and comment. CTA. I hope this video gives you the confidence to stop wasting your money on supplements that aren't working and start investing in simple, real food solutions. The journey to better senior health nutrition should be affordable, practical, and effective. I would love to hear from you. Which of the three foods are you most surprised by, and which one will you commit to adding to your diet starting tomorrow to fight sarcopenia? Please share your answers in the comments below. I read everyone, and I love hearing about your results. If you found this scientific breakdown helpful, please click the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel grow. Share it with a friend or family member who might be struggling with muscle loss, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our future deep dive videos on senior health. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.